Okay, like I was explaining in our last video, this is where you and Niccolo get to cracking some baddie skulls. But first, let's go ahead and go over all the dialogue options you can have with Duelle the Onion Warrior, who never seems to get your name quite right. And where the frick did he get Chumpy? Rude. The correct answer is grapple. The meter he's talking about is going to be kind of the rainbow looking one that glows when it's full. It's under your HP bar. I usually just answer yes to that. That, legend thing. Eloquently put. Yeah, synchro isn't usually going to be a thing for people who used ranged weapons. This is more for the up-close and personal fighting styles where you're going to regularly be around the other person in your party. One of the nice things about this game is if you back off, you can just go ahead and start regaining HP that way. There's no ability to use items during battle to restore it. Although it does occasionally drop candy or chocolate, which will give you an HP boost too, like he was saying. That's the rainbow one I was talking about earlier. Yeah, one of the nice things about this game is that they're not using the ATB system. You can move around, it's dynamic. And yes, the two-handed weapons are awesome. Believe it or not, that guy appears to have a sweetheart. Okay, now that that spiel is over, let's go ahead and get cracking. The Rabbites can be a pain just because they tend to jump around. But more often than not, if you are using a ranged weapon and having trouble figuring out where to place yourself to best aim at them, just make sure that you are able to aim for your enemy's shadow, and you are usually going to hit them. That's the candy we were talking about before. You're gonna be tempted to go talk to her. You will want to talk to her, but not right now. For now, let's go ahead and go to the top right. After we go back and loot that treasure box. You can go ahead and just explore all the different pathways and see what treasure they may or may not lead you to. But some of them are going to be dead ends. Some of them are going to take you to areas you don't need to be in yet. And some of them are just going to be a colossal waste of time. Now, for a special tech... Oh, I have not set the special techniques yet. But you see how that bar just below my HP meter is glowing. That is what Duelle was talking about. That's how you know you can let loose with a special technique like Niccolo just did there. Woohoo! Don't feel about taking lucre, especially from Niccolo. Because I'm sorry, but that guy is kind of a turd. When we complete Niccolo's Business Unusual Parts 2 and 3, I think you're going to understand why I dislike him a little bit more. Woohoo! Especially now that I have a new special technique, Forward Artillery, let's go ahead and equip them. I like to make my most preferred attack my L1. And change up is definitely going to pack more of a punch than Forward Artillery does. What's nice about Forward Artillery, though, is that it's actually going to affect a larger area than change up will. And you're going to discover all kinds of little goodies like that as you play. Speaking of special techniques, I really like that one. And here is your first official boss fight. Is it giving that guy from Fifth Element who tries to rob Corbin Dallas at the beginning to anyone else? Because it's definitely giving those vibes to me. Give the little Rugrats candy. Don't waste your lucre on these guys. The one thing Niccolo and I have in common is that we can't stand them. Oh, that's when you know it's time to get out the way. When they stand still and start to shimmer like that, it's about to go down. A nice tip to know is that when they are using a special technique, they are going to be impervious to damage. So don't use a special technique on an enemy that has that kind of still shimmery feature until their special attack is just about done. Because if you time it right, you can actually make it to where not only will their special attack not affect you, but they are going to get the full blast of yours. Says the guy who just told me he's going to make me rich. I'll give you a smile. Anyhow, that concludes the first official event, Niccolo's Business Unusual. Like any other event you complete, don't forget to go home and tell Locactus all about it so that he makes a journal entry. Again, for the completionists, you have him log enough of those. It's going to unlock a side quest for him. And honestly, it just feels nice looking in that little diary of his and seeing detailed accounts in Cactus's own words of all of your adventures. Yes, he was, Locactus. All right. Stay tuned for the next video, which is going to start the walkthrough for the Little Sorcerers.